Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at each personal month forecast for the month of July 2023. Now, keep in mind, the personal month calculation is different from the life path calculation. So make sure you check that before you listen to your forecast, just to make sure you're listening to the right one. You can find that calculation in the description box below. Now, of course, this is a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading based on your own personal numerology, please book some time with me. You can find my information in the description box below. Okay, so keep in mind that July 2023 is a universal 5 energy. So collectively, we are going to feel the influences of this vibration. The 5 brings about change, transformation, shifts. It also brings the need for freedom or, again, some kind of change if there's somewhere that we have become stagnant or if we're kind of off course and need to be redirected. This energy will come in and shake things up for us. Also, this is an energy that requires moderation. It's easy to fall into extremes when it comes to 5 energy. So we will be asked this month to make sure that we keep coming back to center. The energy of the 5 also is going to ask us to, amidst the chaos or amidst the change, to find our joy. What makes us happy? What lights us up? Are we surrounding ourselves with people who bring us joy or that create joy within our lives? Are we doing things, whether it's for work or for hobbies, that brings us joy, right? And so that will be put under the microscope this month as well. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at each personal month forecast for the month of July. If you are in a personal month of 1 for July, then this is going to be a cycle where the emphasis is going to be put on you, on self, on how you assert yourself, how you go after what it is that you want. This is going to put an emphasis on leadership. So you may find that you find there's some kind of opportunity that comes in for you or some kind of new job or whatever the case may be that asks you to step into a leadership role of some kind. So you may notice that if you do that, that some kind of shift occurs, some kind of new adjustment needs to be made to this new situation, right? This new experience. The 1 energy is going to, or when you're in a 1 cycle, again, it's going to say, where is it that you need to find a little bit more courage to, again, assert yourself or go after your dreams or create, your vision, whatever that may be? Where is it that maybe you are not standing within your own power and your own authenticity and standing up for what it is that you need in order to thrive, right? So a lot of times when we're in a 1 cycle, it's sort of like Aries energy, right? It's that sort of fierce, ambitious, go after what you want, stand in your power, be the visionary, blaze the trail type of energy, right? So if you're somebody who's a little bit more meek and kind of likes to be behind the scenes, the 1 energy is just sort of putting some fuel to the fire that's burning beneath you to get you up and going, to get you to follow your passions, to go after what it is that you want, and to not minimize yourself, right? This is energy that sort of encourages and cheerleads us to take up more space and not apologize for it, right? So with being a 1 cycle within a 5 universal cycle, again, you may notice some shifts, some changes, wherever it is that you've been sort of, again, making yourself small, just sort of disregarding your own ingenuity, your own visions, not going after your dreams, that sort of thing. You may notice some shakeup there. You may notice that by divine intervention, you're sort of pushed into the limelight, sort of pushed up onto the podium to use your voice, to be more assertive, and to take the initiative to go after whatever it is that you want. Now, 1 energy does require us to take risks. So keep that in mind. If you're being asked to step outside your comfort zone, which you will more than likely find yourself this month with 1 and 5 energy that you're working with so strongly, the key is to go enough beyond your comfort zone to where it doesn't scare you to never do it again, right? And so, because there is something to be said about not going so far outside your comfort zone all at once, because it may be too much and then you may not do it in the future. So this month could just sort of nudge you to push you towards those dreams, those goals, whatever it is that you want to create that maybe you've had some fear around. So it will take you potentially along a new path and kind of, again, shake you out of your comfort zone a little bit. Now, on July 3rd, we have a full moon. For you all, this energy is highlighting the cycle of the 9. So there's something here that's actually quite powerful because you're working with this 1 energy this month, as well as now around this full moon, this 9 energy. So there's something here where you're being asked to step up and out into a purpose or something bigger than yourself, right? Something bigger that's unseen potentially, that you just feel like you need to do something, take action on something that not only benefits you, but will benefit others as well. So this is getting involved in some kind of project, some kind of endeavor that is allowing your contribution to play a role in something bigger than self. This can also bring about endings or completions. So tying up things that are no longer in process, right? It's something that you've brought to completion, something that is no longer working. Could be a relationship, could be a job. Just depends, right, on your own circumstances. But there's something here that needs to be cleared away. And you'll probably see an indicator of what that is around this full moon, but it needs to be cleared away so that the new can come in, right? And this full moon will help to shine the light on or put pressure on whatever it is that needs to fall away or be closed out, right? So if there's something that you've been procrastinating with, the energy of the 1 and the energy of the 9 is again like pushing you to get on it, put that effort in, complete it, and get it off your plate. This is also an energy of paying it forward, doing something, again, bigger than self. So if you want to get involved in a humanitarian effort, if there's some kind of volunteer work that you want to do, if you want to contribute to a charity in some way, this is beautiful energy for that will not only fill you up, but that will also help others as well. And that satisfies that energy of the 9. You could also notice around the full moon that opportunities come in for you at this time. The 9 energy is not only about closing things out, but it's also about receptivity. So things coming in, right? It's more about receiving. So it may be that you've applied for something and now it's coming in for review at this time to see if it's something you still want or not. It's not necessarily a time to take initiative or to take a big risk. However, you're really working with the energy of the 1 this month because you're in that personal month 1. So I would say around this full moon, if something comes in for you and it's an opportunity and it feels good, I would say you have the green light to take the risk and go for it. Because ultimately that 1 energy is going to be pushing you to try new things, do things differently. And these opportunities that may surface for you could be well outside your comfort zone. So just pay attention to it, but don't be too quick to say no. On July 17th, we have a new moon. And for you all, it's bringing in and emphasizing the cycle of the 5. So now you have this collective energy of the 5 that you'll be feeling. And you have this new moon that's highlighting and emphasizing also the energy of the 5. So you kind of have this double dose of 5 energy. 5 energy wants to shake things up. It wants to get you out of your routine. It wants you to honor your more sort of abstract ideas or unconventional ideas. It wants you to explore and try new things. and it wants you to be a little bit more assertive, right? And so anywhere that you've become stagnant or too rigid or too restricted, this new moon could very well bring in either an expected or an unexpected shift. And that shift can either come in the form of a new awareness or an actual sort of physical shift that occurs. So you may move, you may find out that you got a job and you have to move for that job, or you may find out that something's happening with some family member and some kind of course of action needs to be taken. But ultimately with the 5, expect the unexpected. But once whatever the 5 wants to show us comes in, then we can't unsee it. We can't unknow it. And then comes the change. And a lot of times it's through the awareness that we create some kind of a change. So it's very, very possible this month, especially around the new moon, that there's some kind of shift that sort of propels you into some kind of new opportunity, but that's potentially going to be outside of your comfort zone and is potentially going to sort of encourage you to stand within your power and assert yourself, right? Go after what it is that you want. Take that risk. Initiate something that's true to you, okay? You could also notice around this new moon some shifts in the way that you see yourself. So belief systems, or you may want to change something with the way that you look, or you may notice, it's just a variety of things, but anything to do with self, you could potentially notice some kind of shift come in. What you'll put up with and what you won't put up with, and how that affects your relationships, where some boundaries need to be set, where some boundaries need to be held. So a variety of things could come in around this time, but ultimately in this cycle, the focus is on you. So it's going to be what you do with this energy, but you'll probably find that you're pushed out into the limelight quite a bit this month. So I hope it is a powerful new moon for you all, and full moon and month of July. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.